Hello friends and welcome back to Thom Teaches Guitar. Today we're going to carry on from the last video and learn a few more open chords, namely G, C and A minor. Remember, you can slow down the playback of the video by clicking on the gear in the bottom right corner of the screen if you want to get a better look at anything that I'm doing, or you can pause the video on the chord diagrams that I put on the screen. In the last video we learned E minor and D minor. As the name suggests, these are what we call minor chords. Minor chords are characterised by their sombre sound. Conversely, major chords like the G and the C that we're going to learn today typically have a more upbeat sound to them. Here's an example. The D minor we learned in the last video, and its major cousin. The three chords we're going to learn today are possibly the most common chords in Western music. As such, once you've learned these, you'll be able to play along with an insane amount of songs. So with that being said, let's play. We'll start with the G. Take your second finger, your middle finger, and place it on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, E. It should sound like this. Now take your first finger, your index or pointer finger, and place it on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, A. It should sound like this. Finally, take your 3rd finger, your ring finger, and place it on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, E. It should sound like this. Strum all 6 strings together at once, and we have our G major. Good job. G major can be a tricky one to get your head around at first, namely because trying to control your ring finger isn't all that easy when you first start to play. But with enough practice, you'll soon get into the habit of making the shape that you need, and you'll soon see why G major is such a popular chord. It sounds nice, it transitions well into a lot of other chords, and once you've gotten used to it, it's really easy to play. Moving on to C, take your 3rd finger, or ring finger, and place it on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, A. It should sound like this. Now take your 2nd finger, your middle finger, and place it on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, D. It should sound like this. Lastly, take your 1st finger, your index or pointer finger, and place it on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, B. It should sound like this. Now strum the bottom 5 strings, and we should have our first C major. Well done. It's a good idea to practice switching between C and G as they sound good together and can often be found in the same songs. Finally, we'll take a look at A minor. A minor may not be a major chord like the other two, but it's often used alongside G and C a lot in songwriting as it complements the other chords well. Take your 1st finger, your index or pointer finger, and place it on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, B. It should sound like this. Now take your 3rd finger, your ring finger, and place it on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, G. It should sound like this. Lastly, take your 2nd finger, your middle finger, and place it on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, D. It should sound like this. Strum the bottom 5 strings for your very first A minor. Great work. This may sound familiar. Now with a bit of practice, you have everything you need to play along with a massive selection of songs from all across the musical world. As always, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at ThomFoxMusic if you have any questions. Let me know how you got on with the chords today in the comments down below, or what chords or songs you'd like to see a video on. Subscribe to keep updated with any new lessons. Stay safe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.